We'll call the meeting back to order. No decision were made in executive session.
Well, big land sale today.
Is it,
Is your dad coming up?
I don't know. I don't know if he is or not. He usually just does that by phone.
Oh,
What ground is it?
TJ's,
Mary Lou's? Mary Lou's?
1,600 acres.
Wow, I didn't know that. The river bottom?
Well, some of it, yeah.
I hear him. Come on in, Greg, you're
I
up.
don't know if I like it when they're all just waiting on me.
We're not sharper than axes or anything, now come on.
Okay. I'm here about that tree on the southwest corner. It is leaning to the south more and more all the time. The roots are on top of the ground on the north side.
Okay.
So I know if we get a wind or snow or something, it's gonna go over.
Wet snow,
And it's gonna take that wall with it.
Okay.
And I got two estimates to get it cut down. The one guy was 3,800 and he wouldn't send me a hard copy. I asked him, but he didn't send anything. So I got this one, and this one, we've had both of them before. They've both been here before. And the nice thing about this one is if I let him know today, he'll do it today, because they're in town. It'll be the last job before they leave town.
They'll cut the tree down today,
Yep, that's what he said.
and it's for less.
Yes, that's $800 less than the other bid was.
From, who are these from?
SMH Irrevocable
Yeah, it's
Trust.
that Matthew, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Hanslick.
Yeah, okay. Well, we just need it on tape.
Okay.
Who's the other one?
That was that SCR from Goodland.
Second Chance Revival, yeah. Todd Trzynski.
But that tree is worthless. I have a picture down in my office from the 70s at the front of the courthouse. It was supposed to be just a shrub, that's what it was, but it didn't get the memo. And it turned into a mess. That tree is 12 months out of the year a mess. It's either needles or bird crap or them berries. And the flies just love them berries because they're all over the place right now out there. The only shade it provides is on the handicap drive all winter long, so I have ice.
Okay.
But it just, it's going to take that wall out, is what I'm afraid of. And I have the money in my budget. That's,
You do?
yes, yes.
I move we have them come remove the tree.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded to, let me see that real quick, sorry, to have SMH Irrevocable Trust, which is Matthew Henslick, remove the tree for $3,000. All in
Three.
fa- What's that?
3,000.
Yep, $3,000. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay.
Is that also the stumps?
Yes, that's a
And
stump
the-
grinding too.
Wow.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty good. The other one was a stump grinding too, but like I said, it was $800 more. I don't know, he just didn't seem, and he was in town, that's how I got a hold of him, and he looked at it. But he just didn't seem like he wanted to give me a written copy. I requested that over a week ago and never heard anything, so. But this guy, he happened to be in town, he come and looked at it, and he was, so, okay.
Those guys, I think, were up there at Marla Ross's, or right by Marla Ross.
Fight for the house, he took a bunch of that
Thank you.
out.
You bet,
Have a
thank you.
good day, bud.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
I don't know how big the tree is.
I just pull them with my loader usually. I mean, I was pulling 30-foot, big Russian olives with it, and pretty handy. But I'm assuming it's a big tree. Steven, I wonder if Matt's here.
The corner of the courthouse is dark.
I got a nice text from Mike Rogers.
Good. The roads?
Yeah, I said that they'd been down there and worked on a bunch of spots, and he really appreciated it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna frame it and put it on the wall.
Don't get a lot of those, dude.
Should've had your camera running a while ago.
And I didn't, I just made a comment to Steve, and they must have went down and did it. Boy, they really beat the roads up, those semis,
Oh, heavens.
being Christmas.
Said he'll be here in 3 minutes.
Didn't it just kind of get underway, corn harvest?
Oh, I bet you it's over half.
Okay.
I bet.
Man,
I'm surprised somebody don't get run over out there in the country.
well, I'll tell you what, the deer completely out here on the Finley ground, holy cow. They just, their corn just, on the edges is just mowed.
The deer eat that much.
Oh, yeah.
They don't eat as much as they just tromp her down and
Yeah. But you know, we've got more raccoons and we had 115 chickens. We're down to about 40 again. And I don't know how they're getting them.
Lori and Kale lost almost all our chickens. It was a bobcat.
They need traps, let me
They
know.
snared him.
Good.
He was big.
Yeah.
Been eating chicken.
Yeah.
What do they do with him?
Probably just
What do they do with him?
Chickens?
No, the
bobcat.
bobcat.
Nothing. It's against the law.
You have the right to protect your own property, though, at any
But you
point. Can't really
You
do
can't pick them up. You can't skin them. You can't.
nothing. We can shoot the deer down here, but we can't put them, we want to see if we can get some salvage tags so we get the meat away. That's a waste. I mean, the back straps and loins on those deer are good. I'd put it next to any sirloin. Especially when they eat corn. I got this old belt gun that sits on a tripod. We could just I got about 700 rounds linked right now. Hey, Matt.
Hello, guys.
How are you?
Ready early?
Yes.
The only thing I had for you guys is we're needing to upgrade the firewall here at the courthouse.
Okay.
It's over my budget to approve myself, so bringing that to you guys. We normally renew it each year. Once they get so old, we generally try to go ahead and upgrade them to a newer device. So we're kind of at that point to go ahead and do an upgrade.
What's it gonna cost?
So I got two different quotes for you. There's that one from CDW, $49.91. And here is the one from Reach for $49.28.
Hi, Steve.
How does that work? They just bring a new discs in or what?
Yeah, we'd be bringing in new hardware. So it's a box that's mounted back there in the rack. They got the network cables that come in and out of it for the internet, and then next to the rest of the
CDW.
internal network.
CDW is the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one.
And so the good thing about Sonic Wall is normally when the hardware gets ordered, they run these promotions, and so we can get this new device with 2 years of services, so we don't have to renew until 2026 for about the same price as just renewing our existing one. So on our quote from us, I did show you that if we were just going to renew our existing one for a year, it would be $33.80. Where I can do all new hardware and get 2 years for the $4,900. So,
Okay.
but as far as my budget, my commodities doesn't have enough to cover it, but I had stuff budgeted to transfer to equipment reserve, and I was planning to just use that to finish up the difference.
So we're talking 30.
No, the
38.
49.
The
49.
And that one was what?
49.91, I believe. They're pretty similar.
49.91.63, yeah.
I wish I understood this stuff. You start talking, I'm going,
This one probably here don't have the extra year on it.
That would be the exact same.
It's the extra
2 years.
Yep.
I move we go with Reach Solutions for 49.28.
Okay, I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to go with Reach Solutions for $49.28. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Very good. Thank you guys. I'll get that ordered because our services actually run out on the new one, or the one we have right now, next week. So I'll get this ordered and work with staff here to make sure we get it installed right away. So, but
Thank you, Matt.
I did have one other item. I forgot I'd printed this off. Just a heads up, the contract we had signed back in '21 does allow for up to a 3% increase annually on our contract price. We have not used that ever and increased your price since we started, but at the end of this year, I was wanting to bump. So we were at 125 a user. We'll go to 128, which is just under 3% a user, but.
Okay.
So just wanted to give a heads up on that, that's
Well, we
for
need-
next year.
We won't need to sign a new contract when we do that.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for me?
Thanks, Matt. Have a good day, buddy.
Thank you guys. You too.
Thank you. All right, Steve. How are you today?
Pretty good. How are you doing, Brett?
You want to tell him about Mike Rogers?
I'm not gonna,
Oh.
let him know he's doing a good job.
Yeah, don't do that.
I got a text from Mike Rogers thanking Road and Bridge for coming down and working on those
Trying to
spots
get
in the
those,
areas.
yeah.
He thought he'd done a good job and
Tried to.
appreciated it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank
Glad
you.
to hear. I'll pass that on.
Yeah, pass it to the guys, please.
Yep, I will. Let's see. Go ahead and start with expenses. Finally got the work that Inland was doing on the dump trucks with the walking beams. They did get those back to us, but they put in the wrong bushings, so they had to come back and pick them up, but it's not gonna be, shouldn't be at an expense to us. Cause we sent everything as it was, so they just, all they had to do was
Right.
swap, and
Their
it didn't work out
mistake.
that way. And then the other bigger items there, Yoast, you're gonna be looking at, most of that's on mowers. Drive lines, bearings, and some on the tractor.
That's hard on them old mowers.
It is. We had a spindle turnbuckle on one of them, pivot pin. gopher holes not gopher holes, but the badger holes are kinda hard on stuff.
Yeah.
And bumper to bumper, I trying to remember what we had in there. Most maintenance item. I think one was on one of the dump trucks we were doing brakes, the one that we're working on an accident. Was a brake job on that. What that was, just a little under 1,000 for that on unit 202. Actually, a little more on 202 there, not much, but almost $1,000 just on that. And we did get our 4x4 post in too, so should be good to go for a while on that. We're gonna keep them inside, hopefully they won't warp quite as bad.
Good.
Do you have a
Pipe.
band, do you band them or?
Well, we were hoping to get 2 bundles and keep one banded or just let it dry out, but they sent it all in one big bundle. So, we've tried in the past to put ratchet straps on them and keep them together, but once you start taking from it, it's kinda hard to keep it tight. If there's any other questions on that, I'll move on. Keeping up with some of the other maintenance items on our excavator, unit 406, the tracks and sprockets are ending their life, I guess. They're at 80 and 90% of usage on them. Mark Polifka put together a quote on the parts. We might be able to do this ourselves. It would be quite a project. I don't have any quote on the labor, I don't think yet from him. I thought he was gonna get that to me, but I don't have that yet. And the advantage of maybe getting these in right away is, as Mark said, there's gonna be a price increase next year, of course, and then they're also wanting to move some parts along and get some sales done, so they're gonna offer a 25% discount. So this is discounted 25%.
It's already discounted.
Right, this is the discounted price. And if we were to wait till next year, it could be as high as, at least 25% higher than what that is, if not high, probably higher.
So it'd be like roughly 50% higher than what this is now.
It'd be probably around 30% higher than this figure here. And it's something that's, needs to be done. There, like I said, we've done a lot of the rollers ourselves already, so we're just looking at sprockets and the links, and then some of the hardware, the bolts. That'll be the big thing, I guess. Well, not the big thing, but there's a lot of bolts, as you probably know, on there that need to come off. And
I've engineered new cuss words working on mine, I tell you what. Oh,
I can imagine.
And our mechanic can do this himself?
I think yes, we could. It's just, like I said, it'll just gobble it. The only bad thing about it, it's gonna take time, and he's already got a lot on the plate. So it's just, I mean, but I'm afraid the labor probably will be
Oh, yeah, labor's
all
gonna
of
be
that right there.
tremendous. Do the tracks come linked already?
I couldn't tell you on that, Brett.
Because I don't know if we've got the tools to punch the pins
Press
in.
them together, I
Yeah.
don't. I'd have to visit with Polifka about that.
And this
It's
is on
on you.
one of your,
The good cat, right?
Yeah, the cat excavator. Backhoe,
The
the big,
excavator,
yeah,
okay.
yep.
You say we're 80 and 90% wear on them, so we're gonna got
Correct.
10% life on them.
And that was from his assessment, that's probably been a couple months ago,
Okay.
at least.
I think we're smart to get the parts now, even if we don't even get it done. If they're gonna go up 30%. I mean,
Do they take the old tracks, or do we keep them and sell them for steel?
I don't know.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should do this then.
If I could, I would request that we proceed with the purchase of these parts.
We'll need a motion on it, guys. Both total.
What's, both total?
Yeah,
I can get it or you can.
Yeah, go ahead, my phone's a little goofy on the calculator, you don't hit it just right.
Sometimes you just gotta hit it harder, and that's what I do.
I get in a hurry and think I
Alright.
punched in the number and it doesn't
It's
go.
87.61 and 28 cents. Is the total for both.
I had the 28 figure.
Well, yeah.
I move that we purchase the parts from Foley to work on the excavator at 8761.28.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to purchase the tracks and the sprockets for the excavator, 87.61.28. Are those gonna be wide track? Probably are, right? Because we were
Kind
kind
of think what we've got on, yeah.
Okay,
Same.
because we want the wide track,
replacement.
wide track replacement. It's a lot safer with what we do. Here, do you need this? I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you don't need it all.
I
I've
just
already
wrote
got a
his-
copy too. so.
Wrote down his cell phone, I need to talk to him about renting something.
Okay. And no other questions, I was gonna request executive session for non-elected personnel.
Steve.
We'll just go 5 minutes, I think.
I move we have executive session for non-elected personnel for 5 minutes.
second,
It's been moved and seconded to have 5 minutes executive session for non-elected personnel. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay. That's gonna be a job.
I'm hoping we can do it.
if you can.